Shalom. Deuteronomy 19, verse 4. This is the provision for the manslayer who may flee there and live, when someone kills his neighbor unintentionally, without having hated him in the past. Unintentionally. Without hatred in the past. The Torah makes a distinction that is easy to state and hard to adjudicate: not every killing is murder. Accident and premeditation are different. The heart before the act matters. The cities of refuge exist precisely because this distinction must be preserved. The avenger of blood, the nearest kinsman of the one who died, has the right of pursuit. But between the moment of the accident and the moment of the legal process, the unintentional killer needs protection. The city of refuge is that protection. This is Torah Sack Studio. We are walking through every chapter of Torah, one chapter at a time. Deuteronomy 19 establishes the cities of refuge, the distinction between unintentional and intentional killing, and the law of witnesses, including what happens to a false witness who tries to frame an innocent person. Open with me to Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 2. You shall set apart 3 cities in the land that the Creator is giving you to possess. Then the example of verse 5, someone goes into the forest with his neighbor to cut wood, and his hand swings the axe to cut down a tree, and the iron head slips from the handle and strikes his neighbor so that he dies. He may flee to one of these cities and live. The case is specific: the head slips from the handle. An accident. No prior hatred. The road to the city of refuge must be clear. The distance must be manageable. Israel must make it possible to reach. Then verse 11, the contrast. But if anyone hates his neighbor and lies in wait for him and attacks him and strikes him fatally, and he flees to one of these cities, then the elders of his city shall send and take him from there and hand him over to the avenger of blood, so that he may die. The city of refuge does not protect the premeditated killer. He used it to escape what he deserved. The elders must send for him. The distinction between the two cases must be maintained. Then verses 15 through 19, the law of witnesses. A single witness shall not suffice against a person for any crime or for any wrong. Only on the evidence of 2 witnesses or of 3 witnesses shall a charge be established. Then the false witness. If a malicious witness arises to accuse a person of wrongdoing, the 2 parties shall appear before the Creator, before the priests and the judges. The judges shall inquire diligently, and if the witness is a false witness and has accused his brother falsely, then you shall do to him as he had meant to do to his brother. He receives what he intended for the innocent. The punishment follows the intent. If he testified falsely to have someone executed, the false witness faces execution. If he testified to take someone's property, he loses property. This is one of the clearest statements of proportional justice in Torah. Not a general principle of revenge, but a specific mirroring. You shall receive what you intended for the one you tried to destroy. If this chapter opens something for you, write refuge in the comments. Deuteronomy 19 gives you 3 things. Not every death is murder. The distinction between accident and premeditation matters, and the legal system must preserve it. The city of refuge exists to protect the unintentional killer until the process can determine the truth. The cities of refuge must be accessible. The road must be clear. The distance must be manageable. Justice requires that the innocent be able to reach protection in time. The false witness receives what he intended for the innocent. Intent is not hidden from the judgment of Torah. What you tried to do to someone else becomes what is done to you. Where in your understanding of justice do you need to learn the difference between accident and intention? In Deuteronomy 20, Moshe turns to the laws of war, and the preparation that happens before the battle, not during it. Thank you for walking through Deuteronomy 19 with me. If you're studying through the Torah chapter by chapter, subscribe and continue the journey. Shalom.